Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to GFT Radio Show. This your boy Clint. We got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. I'm glad y'all with us. If you're listening right now, you're logged on at www.blogtalkradio.com/GFT Radio Show. Tonight's topic is comfortable in your own skin. We have a guest host tonight as well. You want to say hi?
Hi, this is Naisha. How's everybody doing?
That's what's up. She's going to chime in tonight. This topic, before we start, I want to say we start accepting calls at 10:15. The phone number is 657-383-1155. That's 657-383-1155. We'd love to hear your opinions about tonight's show, your thoughts, so give us a call. You can hit us up on Twitter at GFT_radio. If you have any questions, comments, send them there, and we can talk about it on the show as well. All right, so let's kind of get into it. I guess this topic came about really with Sunny.
Yeah.
She was, you want to see it? Yeah.
Okay, so over the weekend, I decided to switch up with a hairstyle. And for most people that know me, know I can switch between my own hair, wigs, weaves, whatever. So I posted a picture on my Facebook with this new wig that I had, like a style I never wore before. So once I posted that picture, all hell broke loose. I had two people I know that basically commented and basically more so along the lines of saying, like, basically said something about me wearing weave or a wig or whatever, and saying how I'm not accepting of myself as my natural form, and blah blah blah. So that instigated me to post a post like, it doesn't matter of what type of hairstyle I wear. At the end of the day, I'm still cute, still gonna chase me. So like, y'all chase these women with fake bodies and fake body parts and like whatever. So that prompted a response from a guy I know, and it just like went downhill from there. And he basically he got to the point where how I want to be like a white person, well, black women that wear weaves, wigs and stuff like that, or permanent hair, stuff like that, want to be like white women, and it just went left from that point on. So like, I tagged the fellas into this, and was like, yo, we need to talk about this on the podcast, because like, this is like some of the stuff he was saying, I couldn't believe he was saying. And coincidentally, this guy, and this is I thought about this after, because we had like a what you call that situation, Clint?
Huh?
You said me and him was like who?
Dr. Umar, General Seti.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Because it went from trying to have a constructive conversation to me basically telling this person to show up at my house and say, because basically he essentially called me a coon. He called me stupid, uneducated, and he called me a coon. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, sir. I need you to show up to my house. And this is the icing on the cake. This guy is biracial. I believe he is some type of Spanish descent and black. He was adopted by a prominent black family that raised him and his brothers, who had the problem with dating black women, primarily dated white females, but want to tell me how to be pro-black. So that's the cake on it. It's the icing on the cake. So it just went left, because I was like, really, like, I tried to have a nice conversation, and then it just went left. And I had to like stop commenting because it just went crazy. But my question I pose to the people listening to the podcast is, if a black female, decides not to wear her hair in her natural state, decides to perm it, whatever, wear straight, wear weave or wigs and things like that, is she by default not secure in her own self to be in her natural state?
Okay.
Okay, now, here's what I think about that question.
Mm-hmm.
Some are.
I agree.
You feel me? Like some women, they are ashamed of their own skin.
I agree.
And their hair. You feel me? That's
Right.
why you have them bleaching their skin. They doing all types of stuff.
But I just think his statement was more general, and that's what my problem was. Like, you can't say something that general said about all black women, and that's not how all black women are.
Facts. My issue with him was the way his delivery.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like he was real condescending. He really didn't want to hear your point of view. He already figured you were a certain type, and he wasn't trying to change his point of view of you. But in his assessment that I don't like to generalize everybody. You can't generalize everybody. But if there are all black women out there who are afraid to be in their own skin, who dislike being black, want to look white, you feel me? They don't like the natural hair. They want to wear weave, all types of makeup. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it is a fact. Like I said, my thing was that when he said that the black women do this because they want to look like he basically generalized, like I said, he generalized the statement. He didn't break it down. He said all black females, blah, 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 this, and the third. Okay, so my thing was, okay, you do have some that hate themselves, and I believe he hates himself. But it is ironic for you to call out women, and it's a lot of black people as a whole that don't like being black and want to be other, But whatever. But you can't make a general statement like that, and then, like I said, you have to kind of be to a certain extent where you could be grown and agree to disagree, but it was just like, it was his way or the highway. And you talk about somebody that's, for one, like this is, and it's going to sound petty because I'm going to be real petty real quick. You talking about you got 2 years and a day at a college. You go to community college for one. You probably got an associate's degree. Just because you have a degree does not entitle you or say that you're smarter than people who do not have a degree. And how he was coming off on that post was, well, you can't tell me anything because I studied psychology and I studied this. But you are making no sense.
Right, but it's like he's being closed-minded. And, just like there are men out there that feel that way, there are some women that feel that way. Like, I'm natural, right? So I wear my hair. I don't perm it or anything. But that doesn't, increase or lessen my blackness when I want to wear a weave or if I want to wear a wig. And a lot of people, equate that with, oh, she doesn't love herself because she wear a weave or because she dyed her hair blonde. Just because you wear your hair doesn't mean you love yourself. And just because you wear a weave don't mean you hate yourself.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't get that. I know for me personally, I used to struggle with being comfortable in my own skin. I used to hide behind weaves and wigs to make myself feel better about the way I looked. But it took a process for me, years of building myself up to know that, like the India.Arie song says, I'm not my hair. This doesn't determine my standard of beauty for myself. But I had to realize that. But even when I was going through that, when I wasn't loving myself because of my hair or wanting to wear weave and hide behind it, I didn't judge other black women or generalize other black women for the choices they made, whether they chose to wear their hair permed or natural or weave or wig or whatever. All women are beautiful. That's the one generalization I can make, is that all women are beautiful in their own right. And it's not fair to demean. We have enough strikes against us. We don't need our black men, and I'm not saying all, knocking us. We need to stand united. But that's a topic for another day, so.
No, that's a perfect. I feel like I said, when me and him were going back and forth on the post, I said to him, he was like, well, white women want to be, or black women want to be like white women, and because they wear weaves and they wear third and third. And I said, well, white women wear weaves and wigs too.
Right.
And I just need you to understand that. And he was saying, well, y'all want to change our texture. Okay, so white women perm their hair either to get straight or to get curly. They wear weave, but they call it extensions. What is it? Weave. See, to make their hair fuller, to change the course of their hair. Right. and stuff like that. So if you and then you're like, oh, well, you don't know anything because you don't have a degree. No, that's one thing. If I know nothing else, I know a little bit something about hair because I actually know how to do my own damn hair, and I've done people hair before. So I don't know everything there is to know about hair, but black people are not the only people that wear weave and wigs.
But
I can tell you that right now.
But Sonny, what he hit you with was a double-edged sword because it could be swung. The pendulum could be swung either way because there are certain things that white women do to make themselves that are in comparison to what black women do. Like you said, wear weaves, wear wigs, they get fake body parts. Not saying black women don't, but, you know, maybe to make their lips fuller, their butts fuller, whatever. You know, so he can't just swing it one way. If you're going to be fair, swing it both ways because both people got people that buy into that stereotype.
And that's what my point was. Like relatively speaking, we all do it, as women as a whole. We want to change up. Sometimes we get, I know for me personally, I don't like one thing I could say, at least I still have hair. You know, and I have a good amount of hair. But my thing is, I don't like putting a lot of chemicals in my hair. I don't like putting heats in my hair all the time. I don't like doing a lot of stuff with my hair. So that's why I wear weaves and I wear wigs. I do wear my own hair when I get good and ready to. But I don't like that. I only wear it for a good amount of time, maybe probably a month or a month or two, depending on my mood, because I don't want to keep putting that much stuff on my hair because everybody's hair texture is different. My hair, I personally don't want to put so much heat on it or keep pulling it and doing different things with it. When I know if I get a weave, it's easier to do and less damage to my own actual hair.
Right, but the other thing too is that it's your choice. At the end of the day, it's your choice what you want to do with your hair. And it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't, lessen your blackness or increase your blackness. It should just be you're black, you're beautiful, whether you're wearing a weave or whether you're wearing your own hair. And, I want to know, Clint, how do you weigh in on this? How do you feel about women natural versus weave, or how do you feel about this topic?
Well, first of all, honestly, my preference is natural, but, I don't judge, if a woman have weave in or not, because I can dig it, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You want different hairstyles, everybody. I got dreads myself. I done went through all types of different hairstyles, cornrows, micro braids, all types of stuff. So I do whatever I want with my hair.
Right.
What I tell you what to do with yours. You know what I mean? So, but my preference is natural. I like a female with dreads and stuff like that. But, I'm also attracted to a woman who wear weaves. So it really doesn't matter that much to me, especially during these times. But, I can get. Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can get where some of the brothers are coming from. Like I sent Sonny a link earlier that a friend had sent me from a Sinetta TV. It was a link about Sinetta TV. He was doing something where, these black women, they work for this agent with this Korean store. They sold weave and all this, and they didn't really have any black products made by black people for black people in their store. Right. And so when they were approaching the black women who were out there promoting a certain product, they were telling the women that's not for y'all. You feel me? Y'all messing y'all hair up. And they was giving them facts on how, when they put the chemicals in the head, they mess up your hair, and now you got a lifetime customer because you got to keep coming back, this, that, and the third, and you keep giving them your money, And then it was funny, the Asian man really didn't. When the black women were actually, agitated with the black man for telling them that. The Asian dude ain't never had to say nothing. They start defending him. You feel me? And the brother was sitting there. He like, I'm trying to tell y'all beautiful as y'all are. Y'all don't have to do that.
They're not used to hearing that. They're not used to hearing that.
Yeah, you feel me? And it was really, you feel me? She talking about you need to educate yourself. You need to educate. One of the females was saying that, and he said he trying to educate her on something. Right. You know what I mean? He was trying to break something down to her, but she just didn't want to hear it because You feel me? She felt like it's my hair. I could do what I want with it.
Right,
You know
but it
what I
goes
mean?
back to...
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I think we have a caller. Hold on.
Okay.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Oh, this is Willie. This is
Hello?
Willie Styles.
Willie, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
All right. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, just enjoying the show so far. Listening in, trying to check out the topic. Definitely one that hits home. You know, having a lot of daughters and everything at home, so I definitely can relate to the topic and knowing a lot of black women who go through that struggle in terms of trying to identify themselves without losing themselves.
I got a 2-part question for you. First part is, what is your preference, natural or you don't care, or the weave, and how do you feel as far as though them damaging their hair or I was just telling a story about how we was watching the video of the brothers trying to explain why they shouldn't do that to themselves. Do you agree with that approach as well?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like it's a kind of a new thing, right? I mean, not that it's new, but for this day and age, it's still kind of a fresh idea to be completely natural, to do the natural hair thing. I mean, a lot of women are only in their first or second year of doing it. There's some women who've been doing it for a long time, but for the vast majority of the ones that are doing it nowadays, a lot of them are only in their first couple of years of doing it. A lot of people, especially and where I grew up at, we believe in not allowing your daughters to do perms and that kind of thing or weaves and all that until they're a little more mature, 10, 12, 13, that kind of thing. My belief is that if a woman is comfortable in what she's doing, be it natural or modified, I'm good with it. So long as she's confident, so long as she's happy with it. I don't have a preference myself. I do like to see people embrace their own natural beauty, because I actually don't like a lot of makeup. But when it comes to the hair thing, when it comes to some of the other aspects of being natural, I leave it to the person, because it's up to them to be confident in what they're doing. I mean, there's a lot of women who've tried to go natural and hated the process, right, and have gone back. So it's not for everybody.
That's a process in itself, though, because you have to. Like, this is the process for going natural is, if you've been perming your hair and doing all the stuff to your hair, you have to basically cut all that out and start from scratch. This is why men see a lot of women. Well, women, when they go natural, they cut all their hair off and they got to start all over and let their hair grow back naturally. And then they got to cut all that process hair out and start let their hair grow the natural way. So it's funny because I got a funny story to tell you guys, because at one point my son's father was like, "Oh, well, you should wear your own hair," blah blah blah. He had seen me wear weave, he had seen me have my hair cut and everything like that, but he wanted me to wear my hair natural. So one time I went to see him and I had my hair natural. He asked me, like, "What's up with your hair?" I said, "Oh, I feel like wearing my own hair." And he's like, "Oh, I like the other way you had it. The other way I had weave in it."
Mm.
So if you like me natural, or you like me with weave. Like, pick your battle, sir.
Right, but let's be honest. Not everybody, just like certain things aren't for everybody. Natural isn't for everybody. I mean, it's...
See, like when you say that, hello? Like,
hello?
Yeah. Like when you say that, when you say it's not for everybody, but that's what natural is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the phone hung up.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
That's what natural is.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah, but like
that requires
some people.
Patience.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I mean,
I believe it's a personal choice as well.
I think the person has to be comfortable in it, right? You know, you can't say being natural is just being you, and it kind of isn't in a way, because what we coined the term for being natural is going back to, you know, no perms and no special chemicals, being able to nurture and care for your hair in such a way that, you know, it can look good in any kind of style with its natural state, right? You know, a lot of people, I mean, everybody has different hair types too, you know what I mean? And then when it comes to dress, you know, some people don't think about that, but there's a natural way of dressing versus, you know, trying to conform to the styles that, you know, what some would consider white America or contemporary America, right? So there's a lot of different things that are aspects of this, and like Sonny pointed out, you have to be confident in yourself to even start it or to do it, because, you know, you're going to get the looks, you're going to get the comments, you're going to get the people, the naysayers are going to say, oh, you know, it's cute, but, or it's okay, but, you know, that kind of thing. And I mean, I have a friend who tried it, and, you know, she said that at work, you know, she got a lot of comments and you know, people making off comments to her about her hair and about her style and that kind of thing. And, you know, you have to kind of roll with those punches, or decide if it's, you know, if you're really going to have the confidence or the bravery to deal with it, right? You know, and then we even talked about this on one of your shows last year, is, you know, when it comes to dreads. I mean, a lot of people say dreadlocks is more of a natural state. And, you know, we talked about how that could affect your job. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more to it than just being you, especially when you haven't been just you in the last 10, 12, 15 years, right?
Right. You raise a very good point, and like a lot of people, like, it's not just, I want Sonny to realize that it's not just the men who are critiquing women who decide to wear the weave or go through natural. I'm on Facebook and I'm in the natural hair community, and if I put up a protective style, which means I'm having my hair braided underneath and I'm wearing a weave or a wig, women will attack you, like verbally attack you about wearing a protective style and say you're not natural. If you color it, you're not natural. You know, we have all these different definitions of natural. Like you said, Willie Styles, it's about confidence. It's not about your hair. It's about your confidence. Can you rock this with confidence, whatever it is? Can you rock it without feeling self-conscious and things like that? That's what's important, not how you wear it. But,
with a wig on, you can feel self-conscious with a weave.
Right. So it's like, if you're confident, that'll exude no matter what you're wearing. And that should be what people should be concerned about, not what's on top of your head or what's not on top of your head.
I believe that's the base.
I'm sorry, what was that? What kind of choppy?
I believe that was the basis of his argument. You feel me?
Confidence?
Well, yeah, like black women aren't confident enough in themselves to be themselves. That's why they.
I mean, you can say that to not all, but some. But you can say, and you all say it like this. Okay, so y'all want us to all be natural and wear our own hair and be comfortable in our own self. But when you look on TV, like the TV, not saying that everybody has to follow what's going on in the news, what's trending, and stuff like that, whatever. But you go on the news, you got these chicks with fake everything, you know, makeup caked on, like just everything is, you know, weave for days, all these different hairstyles, and men chasing them, and then all these Instagram models, and guys say, oh, she is bad, but she wearing a weave. So either like, and my thing is, if you really like people to be natural, you'll be posting images of that and not posting a picture of Nicki Minaj saying that's the definition of a woman I want, or that's the definition of a woman. No, a woman is somebody who's confident in themselves and that happens to be a female gender. But like, you can't just be saying, oh, this is what I want, but doing the opposite. That's like even with the guy that commented, like, I know him, we've known each other for years. You can't come to me and tell me about being whole black and doing all stuff like that, and you dating white women. Like, you can't say that to me. You can't have that conversation. That makes absolutely no sense. You can't be pro-black one minute and having on blonde hair and blue eyes the next minute. That's not like that's not the way.
That argument is correct with him.
Right.
You feel me? But you know, all men are like him, just like you don't want to say
I understand that. That's why, I absolutely understand that. But like I said, I would respect it more if it came from somebody that I knew that was like serious about like what they were saying and actually like had a normal conversation. But like when you, like that's and then like you said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's the delivery is everything. You can't convince me of anything. Like we said on the last show, we had a conversation about when we were talking about Kushai Prince and his blog and how his commenters are. It's okay. Like I said, I read his blog. I may not agree with everything that's written on that blog or everything he shared, but I respect how it's put out because of how the delivery was. You can't go trying to beat me in the head with this theory and say that it's right and mine is absolutely wrong and not try, like you said, having a one-sided debate. That's not working.
But this is the thing, too. Like, a lot of people aren't looking at this. This is black women, black men, and just people in general. Black women are faced with two standards of beauty. We have the white standard of beauty and the black standard of beauty that we have to live up to. We have to live up to both. And when we don't fit the mold, not saying we have to. No, not saying we have to. But I'm saying it's two standards of beauty. Like, I know growing up, I was taught, that I had good hair and that I was pretty. And then I was put into a situation where it was, oh, you're not pretty. And, yeah, your hair is good, but you're not cute. And, your sisters are, and you need to gain weight. And it's like all these messages that are being sent to you. You're so confused about who you are. It's hard for you to love who you are because you don't know what to identify with that'll make you feel beautiful. You see these images on TV, and then you hear these things back when you go back and hang with your homegirls. You don't know what to think, and you're confused. And a lot of times we don't say that. Black men are confused. Some black men are confused, and some black women are confused. And that's why people running around here don't know how to identify themselves because they don't know how to connect with who they are inside. At the end of the day, it's not about natural or weave or whatever. It's about how you identify with yourself. What do you see when you look in the mirror? And a lot of people are missing that by getting caught up in protective styles and weave and dreads and this and that. And they not getting back to the root of the problem, which is them. By him saying to Sonny, you don't love yourself, he's projecting something off onto her and he feels about himself without even knowing it. He's not connected with who he is, and he's like trying to project that onto her by generalizing like that. It's a sad state of affairs.
One thing I find sad is that people do, either object to how people look or they try to, like you say, put their own opinions on people, and regardless if they're doing it or not. I've seen people do it when they are, being natural and they are, really promoting it and living it, and then they try to put that opinion on you or that judgment and decision on you as if you're supposed to join in, and like you said, it's definitely not the right way to go about it. That was something I was teaching my daughter about, or was telling her about one time, because she has her own opinions about certain things. She's done some natural things. She's also into the smoking thing, and so I've had my own opinions on that, and of course she had her opinions, and I had to teach her like, hey, if you present people with either your facts or with your research and your objective views on it, then they'll receive it a little bit better. I mean, it's up to them on how they're going to receive it, but it'll be a lot easier for people to swallow if you give them objective views versus subjective and judgmental condemnation. So it's definitely better to spoon feed people sugar than the pour lemon juice down their throat. You know what I'm saying? So it's how you present it. A lot of people go about it the wrong way.
I think if he would have came in. Right. I think if he would have come at Sonny and maybe said, "I like to see you in your natural state. I feel like you look more pretty and you radiate more with your natural light," she could have heard him better. But he came off accusatory and like attacking her, and nobody wants to hear that.
And this is funny because the other guy that actually said something to me, he said, I don't know how I felt about the hair or whatever. He said, how do you look when you got your own hair out? So I told him, I took pictures of like, I look beautiful with my hair out, too. I'll wear it either way. But, you know, and he's like, well, I've never seen you more beautiful in this picture. And I'm like, well, thank you, because I have my hair out. But I said, I wear it both ways.
That's right. Because you got to do what's best for you and how it will make. If you feel like throwing a weave on down to your butt, fine. And if you want to wear your hair at its length, then that's fine, too, as long as you're fine with it.
I think you said something earlier when you said standard of beauty. You feel me? And I think that's, first of all, that's the problem, in my opinion, with everybody. Like, you feel me? That there's actually a so-called standard of beauty. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm from the old, I feel beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? So something may be, a person may look beautiful to one and may not necessarily look beautiful to the other. That doesn't mean they aren't beautiful. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't go by a certain standard, or this is what we see on TV. You know, this is how, you know, we all probably fell victim to it when we was younger. Yeah. You know, following trends, want to be in style. You know, but I think once we get older, we should know better. And then if you have kids, you should teach your kids to know better. Because we, you know what I mean, like, trying to live up to some standard that society approves of is ridiculous. Right. You feel me? That's TV. That's make-believe. That's not real. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? That's a fantasy world. You know what I mean? Let's not fall into that. You feel me?
And like
so,
you said, you got to teach them. You got to teach them. And lead by example, like Willie Styles was saying.
Mm-hmm. And I think when Sonny brought up the video, that's one of the things that the guys were trying to, because they was also talking about black people bleaching their skin. Yeah. As well. You know what I mean? And what I didn't know, because the same friend that sent me that video, she was telling me, like, when she was overseas, like she was in the Bahamas or something like that, and you know, it was worse over there in the Bahamas. Like, they would call the you know, this all black, and they would call the, you know, the ones that was darker skin dingy. So, you know, they deal with that same sort of standard over there as well. You know, and she was telling me, like, like in Jamaica, we got a lot of men over there bleaching their skin. Now, and I told her, in my 33 years of living, I never heard another black man say he wanted to bleach his skin. So that's crazy to me. Like, that thought process is crazy to me.
Yeah, but now we see it. Yeah.
Huh? Say that again, Willie.
Yeah, I was saying now we see it. You know, like a lot of the mainstream things, like, you know, like Charlemagne the God. He just, you know, I mean, he denies it, but we can definitely clearly see it. I can't think of the other guy's name, who's the baseball player.
Sammy Sosa.
I can't think of.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, and you see how far he went with it. You know, he went fully extreme with it to lighten his skin. And, you know, I believe, I don't know what African country it is, but there's an African country, a couple of them actually, where, you know, it's such a higher caste or you know, level of society to be light skinned, that a lot of them do it so that they can, you know, appear to be, you know, more well-to-do or more important in their society by being light skinned versus, like you said, being dark skinned or a darker tone. So it's something that they do constantly. I mean, to get jobs in the entertainment industry, or even in something as little as the newspaper. I was reading an article about a young lady who was trying to be a reporter, and she wasn't getting promotions until she started to lighten her skin, and then she started getting promotions to become a head writer at her newspaper.
Right, so as you can see, the racism, the interracial racism is real, and it's so sad because, you know, for a time, and it's still like that in a way, light skin versus dark skin, it's like to some of us it's ridiculous that this is going on, but this is something that has been perpetuated for such a long time that people don't know what to accept. Like Sonny and I are sisters, right? And I used to think because she was light-skinned, she was prettier. You know what I mean? And it's not about that. Like, everybody's beautiful in their own right. It can't. But because she was light-skinned, I thought, you know, I had certain myths I had about her. Like, oh, she's pretty, she got it easy. She, you know, and that was my own sister. Yeah. But I don't know how she had it. Just because she's light-skinned. And then I had one sister that was dark-skinned.
Yeah, no.
And I don't know what she went through.
Well, I had it where I grew up where, because, you know, back then we all had a whole head full of hair. My hair looked like my niece's hair. But she like, my hair like I was mixed. That's how my hair was. And it was, oh, you think you all that because you got long hair and you light-skinned. It's like, no. I never said anything. So I never thought I was anything. I was a tomboy. I didn't really pay attention to how I looked. And anyway, like, I didn't care because, you know, I was doing tomboy shit. I wasn't really worried about that. But I got the majority of my fights when I was younger was because I was quote unquote light skinned and I just thought I was better than everybody else. And I'm like, that's not like, and that's one of the things, like I said, you have to deal with, and it sucks because, and even when I watched the video that you sent me, Clint, even like some of that clip bothered me. I understood the guy's message, but it was a girl that was on there. She was biracial, and like this is my gripe with a lot of people that are pro-black. It's like when it comes to people being biracial, it's like they don't count it because you half white anyway. And I just that bothers me. Not everybody thinks that way, but I feel like they get their, you know, oh, well, you're not black enough card, and it's like I'm black, no matter how you cut it. Part of me is like I'm black. That's my makeup. I'm black and I'm white or whatever. So I don't think that we should think that we're better than a biracial person, or they can't relate to our struggle. Their struggle is probably worse than that because they don't fit in as white and they don't fit in as black because, oh, you're not black enough or you ain't white. So, you know, they go through their own struggle. So I feel like when it comes to black people as a whole, we tear each other down quicker than any other race. Like, I don't know what the other races are doing, but I'm saying with black people, like a lot of us tear each other down, and it sucks because you can't, like, it's...
Well, that's what they did to it. That's that plantation mentality.
Yeah, and it sucks because it shouldn't never be that way, and we keep following this pattern.
Well, because that's how they mentally broke us. Think about it. You feel me? I can go all the way back to, my memory go all the way back to kindergarten. Yeah. And it was the same thing in kindergarten. You feel me? Same thing in elementary. The light-skinned girl was always thought to be the cutest one. The pretty light-skinned girl was always the prettiest one.
Yeah.
That's the, you know, like that. And then hold on, but then she was always the one getting it that had to fight.
Yeah.
It was always some random girl trying to pick a fight with her for no reason, just because, you know, they were insecure with themselves and everybody was giving her attention, even though that she may not even be asking for that attention.
Exactly. I know. You know, I was there.
So like we seen that all the way, and what did that, and how the kids learn that? You feel me? You gotta think how kids at 5, 6, 7 years old able to process that?
Yeah.
Because that was fed to us.
Yeah. And you know what's funny?
What I mean?
Even with my daughter, she's darker than me, and she like, Mom, like we watched the movie the TV series Underground, and she said, Mom, you would have been in the house, and I would have been outside, and like, you know, and I'm like, yeah, and like she was like, but I would have been out there, blah blah, and like even watching that show, this is why I like watching. Like I know people like, oh, we tired of the slave stuff and whatever, but like the girl said it, the girl mom said it best. When you're out, when back during slavery time, when the darker people were outside and they were allowed to have their own thoughts, they didn't have to deal with them. Like they dealt with a lot of the issues, but when you were when you were in the house, it kind of I got an idea of how it was to be in the house. Like, you know, they said the white man slept with the women and stuff like that, had kids by them, but like they couldn't like have their own thoughts because they were always around the master. They couldn't be upset. They couldn't be hurt and like get their emotions out because they had to hold it all in because they were all around the master. So like I said, you never know a person's struggle unless you're in their shoes and you don't know how they feel, and you can't assume that they feel the same way you feel, or you know, like, or dealt with the same stuff you dealt with. Like I said, my sister dealt with what she dealt with. I dealt with what I had to deal with, and we're sisters, and we didn't like you don't get to see the two sides, the two sides of a different coin, unless you're in it,
right.
or you have a conversation. And then, like I said, when you don't do that, and you kind of fight with each other, you miss the whole thing. You don't understand anything. You lost at some point.
But like Clint said, and Willie Styles said, that brought up a good point, especially those of us that have kids, which I think is all of us. I always say about my daughter, the woman I want her to be, I have to be. So when I embraced being natural, she embraced being a curly-haired girl. You know, a lot of times in school, they would say to her, oh, your hair is not blown out straight, you shouldn't wear it curly. You know, they were picking on her. And my daughter was feeling the effects, but once I started wearing my hair and embracing my own beauty, she did the same. So it's like, I know what society tells us, but it starts at home. Like, I remember asking my sister, Jazz, one time, like, how did you know you were pretty? And she said, because Mommy told me so. Like, little things like that. Like, it starts at home. We have to instill beauty within our children, and we have to lead by example, because they watch everything we do. And they listen to maybe a few things we say, but they hear what we do. So it's like we have to embrace ourselves as women, and it's hard because, like, we have to be strong, and we have to deal with certain things. We have to deal with it with strength. But like my sister was saying, we lived in the same house, and I didn't know she was struggling with people, like, attacking her just because of the complexion of her skin. You know, and I was being attacked in a different way, being called ugly. I went from growing up somewhere where people thought I was the prettiest girl to being the bottom on the scum on somebody's shoe, you know what I mean? I'd be walking down the street with my sister, people throwing stuff at me and calling me ugly, and it was killing me inside. But I thought she had it so easy. I didn't know her struggle. I didn't know what she was going through. I just knew I was being called ugly and being made to feel like less than, you know, and stuff like that does stuff with your self-esteem and your identity of self. And the thing of it is, like I said, it starts at home. You got to reinforce certain things to these kids at home to be comfortable in their own skin. But first, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Because you can't tell your daughter, oh, love yourself, and you yourself hate yourself. Because they'll see that. They'll see when you're calling yourself fat. They'll see when you're calling yourself ugly. So it starts at home.
Kids pick up on more things than we ever think. You know, kids pick up on more things than we even think about, and are able to kind of interpret things better. You know, when they're young. I don't know if it's just their outlook, their innocence, what it is, but they know. And like you said, you know, if you're trying to preach one thing to them and they see you being hypocritical to it, they're not going to listen to it. They're going to just, you know, follow whatever the crowd says. And you got to catch them young too, because you know, once they get to a certain age, they're going to be listening to their friends anyway. So you got to catch them while they're young. You know, while they're in that toddler and going to school for the first year or two, you got to catch them in those stages, being able to reinforce that mindset and build up their self-esteem and their confidence. And then, you know, throughout elementary school and middle school, you know, continue to build on that. Because once they hit middle school and high school, that's it. They're going to have that strength when they walk in those doors.
Right. Yeah. And we, like you said, we have to reinforce that. And, like, I know with my daughter, I talk to her all the time. I know she probably get tired of me talking to her, but I talk to her all the time, and I build, and I made it a point to have a good relationship with her. And even though, you know, some people be like, well, you can't be her friend or her mom and stuff like that, but I have to make it where she can come to me. That's important. I don't need her running to her friends about certain things. I need her coming to me with those things. And like I said, it starts at home. We have to be the women we want these girls to be, or the boys we want our sons to be. We have to be that shining example. They're not going to listen to us if we don't show them what we're talking about, not prove it by words, but prove it with action. Yeah. And that's so imperative to their growth and to how they feel about their own self. Like, I always knew I was smart. But I didn't know I was pretty for a really long time. So, you know, you got to not saying that pretty on the outside is so important, but beauty on the inside is what permeates through anything. And You know, you just got to get that back to the kids with how you conduct yourself. Whether it's the mom raising the daughter or the dad raising the daughter or however it is, we got to pour into our kids what they need.
And
a lot of people don't do that.
And I believe in the black household and the black family. I blame men, you know, because, you know, a lot of fatherless households out here. And I think if more young women heard from a man, a father figure, how beautiful they are while they're young, I think that it changed the way how they think of themselves.
Yeah.
And you see, most of these young black girls, they're not getting that from a positive black male figure in their life at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, all they're seeing, a lot of these young girls now, all they're seeing is these music videos. That's a funny thing. Me and another friend of mine was having the same conversation today about the music videos. Like, so when they see these video girls, you know, that's their idea of what beauty is. When they see these Instagram models and seeing they pictures these half-naked girls, the majority, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them with these fake bodies, you feel me? That's what they think is beauty. You feel me? And that's not reality. And if they had I feel like if they had a male figure, positive male role model in their life to let them know, like, that's not what it is. You're beautiful as you are, queen. You know what I mean? At a young age, I think that'll change a lot. You know, I got a daughter myself, and I make it my duty. My daughter asked me one time, "Daddy, why you always call me beautiful?" You feel me? Like, that's how tired she get of hearing me calling her beautiful. You know what I mean? Because I just said I want her to know that in her mind, you feel me, that she's beautiful as she is. Right. You know, and I think that'll go a long way, too, in our community.
And it does. And like you said, without the fathers, you know, with my daughter, I remember she had to be like 3 or 4. She was crazy about Dora the Explorer, so I brought her to Dora the Explorer dollhouse. It had the mom, the dad, the kids, and Dora. And I noticed she wasn't playing with the dad. I noticed she wasn't playing with the dad. And I asked her one day, I said, "Baby, why you don't play with the dad?" And she said, "We don't need a daddy, Mommy." And she said that because her dad wasn't around growing up. And that hurt me to my core. Like, as much as I can pour into her, there's certain things that if her father was present, he could pour into her. You understand what I'm saying? And no matter how much I try, it's certain things that I'm not going to be able to equip her with that she needs. And she's going to feel the effects of him not being there. So like Clint said, it's important for the fathers to be there for their daughters, because a lot of these daughters are looking for love for daddy figures, you know, because it's something they didn't have as a child. And, you know, it's a sad state of affairs because they look for validation from someone else instead of within themselves. So
I want to give out the number before we continue, guys. If you listening to this podcast right now and you want to chime in or you drop your 2 cents, you can call us at 657-383-1155. We are also tweeting throughout the show. You can tweet us at GFT_radio using the hashtag MySkin. Go ahead, Clint. You were going to say something?
I was just about to, you know, like, it's to the level now in the community, like, you know, where the term bad bitch is, like, endearing.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to, like, mean something. You feel me? Like, that's backwards thinking to me. You feel me? But then when you really think about it, I know I was having a little debate with somebody, too, and they threw it back, well, what about the word nigger?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You feel me? Y'all flip that. You know what I mean? We flip that into something endearing. So it's like, damn. You know, and it's kind of like it's a mindset thing. You feel me? So when you get in your mind that that's how you're supposed to be, that's what is acceptable, you start acting that way, and then that becomes the norm.
Yes.
And then
I don't know.
And when somebody, and then when once it becomes the norm, you feel me? Which really is abnormal. You feel me? It's abnormal thinking. But when that abnormal thinking becomes the norm, it's kind of almost damn near impossible to switch it back. Now,
because you have to deprogram and reprogram.
Yeah, and so the only way to go now is the youth, is the kids, because if some of these adults don't get it by now, they'll never get it. You feel me? It's like it's too much information, it's too much stuff out here for you to realize what's what and what really is. You know, to still continue in such a behavior. You know, when you know it's counterproductive.
Right.
You know, and
that
that goes from.
We know that, but we want to be accepted and we want to be fit in. Well, I shouldn't say we, because not everybody, but some people want to be accepted. Some people want to fit in with what other people think. And like you said, that's why the standard of beauty is like a farce, because it's like I'm beautiful just the way I am, and you want, it's like it's weird. Like there's this guy that sells DVDs downtown, and he always call me when he see me. He always like, "Peace, Queen, how you doing?" And I feel so uncomfortable with him calling me Queen. But why am I uncomfortable with that? Now, if he called me ugly, I would have a different reaction. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About him calling me Queen, I'm like, am I worthy of the crown? Like, I'm questioning myself. I'm like, whoa, of course you're worthy.
Well, I got a shirt that says I'm worthy of the crown.
Right.
I
I'm just saying,
myself,
you see how that is? Like, he's calling me Queen, and I'm uncomfortable with that. But if he called me a bad B or he called me ugly, I'd be more inclined to listen to him. I've changed that mentality, but like I said, you have to deprogram and reprogram your thinking. And like Clint said, which was so true, we have to pour into the youth. That's why I try to, when I get around kids, I have a soft spot for them, and I try to give them compliments and give them praise for the good things they do, and I always knock them for the bad. And I always try to build them up, because so many times they've been torn down by different things they've experienced in life or whatever. But we got to pour into them, because it's not just a song. The children are our future. So we need them to look at themselves and love who they are.
You're totally correct. You're totally correct.
But you know what else is missing? It's not that it takes a village to raise a child anymore. People closing their doors and minding their business and not concerned about the next person.
Yeah.
And not guiding these kids. You know how back in the day when we were younger, if we were cutting up, they'd tell our mom, we'd catch it from this one, catch it from that one, and catch it from our mom. Not saying that should be going on, but like we should care more, and we don't. A lot of people are now self-absorbed within themselves, so they're not comfortable in their own skin, so they don't know how to teach you how to be. But it's so important, because when you have a confident woman that was a confident little girl and that grows up and loves herself, she can conquer the world. And
you know what I think is funny? I think it's funny when you just said that, because I have this one friend, I love her to death. I always tell her that she don't have any friends, or not that she don't. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not that she don't have friends. Females don't like her. Mm-hmm. She can walk into a room for all of not even 4 minutes. The first thing out of my mouth, I hear, "Oh, she thinks she all that." And I just want to say, no, you think she's all that. That's why you have a problem with her. Excuse her for walking in here and being confident in herself with her head held high and just being herself. She's not being extra. She just walked in, said hi to some people, said, "Oh, I can't say happy birthday," blah, blah, high five some people, and it's like, "All right, man, I check you later," and left. The first thing was, "Oh, she thinks she all that." How?
Right.
What did she do? Walk in here with confidence? And I hate that, because we as females, like you said, we attack each other.
Right.
You worry about some men attacking us, we attack each other. Oh, she thinks she all. We should be able to the point where I should be able to compliment somebody and be okay. Like I should be so secure in my own prettiness that I can say, you know what, that girl's fine as hell. and be okay with it. And like, oh, man, like she knows she the bomb.com and not say it as a denied comment or being shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even compliment ourselves as black women because, oh, she thinks she all that. Like, really, you can't even...
Like you said, the people don't feel confident in their self. So when they see that, she walks into the room, she exudes all this confidence and make them uncomfortable. And like I was telling you earlier, Sonny, some people aren't comfortable with your comfort level for yourself. Some people don't want to see that because they don't see that in themselves. So why should you be walking around having confidence when they don't? They don't know how to accept, how to love themselves. Like, I give it to people that are confident in themselves. Like, I'm learning to be that way myself. It was a process, just like going natural was a process. But, like, it hurts when it's coming from your own, tearing you down, picking you apart because they don't love who they are. It's sad, actually. And that's what makes us fair game to everyone else to tear us down because we do it to each other. So why should it be different for anyone else?
Exactly.
Willie, you got something to add, brother?
Oh, no, they done said it all. I mean, like you said, you got to definitely have that confidence. You got to definitely have that love. You got to definitely be built up. So.
That was good. I mean, we can leave it there. I'm pretty sure we're going to come back to the topic at some point. That was, I mean, I think so. I think that was, you know, a lot of information. I think we did a good show tonight. What do y'all think?
It was a good conversation. So. It was definitely
a conversation. I like that we had a diverse group.
Y'all both can't talk at the same time.
Oh, sorry. That's not bad. Go ahead,
I was just saying, I agree with her. Basically, you know, there's a conversation that need to be had. You feel me? And it's good that we had, you know, a woman's perspective and man's perspective on at the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you never really know how people think. Like I said, I always say you have to be grown enough to agree to disagree and have a conversation and, you know, be able to talk things out. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. General statements are always going left, as we all know. I forget who said it. It's all about your approach and how you say things. Depending on how you say things and your approach at things, you like, what do we say? You catch more bees with honey. What is it? Is that what I said it right? Catch more flies, something.
Yeah.
I know what not on last minute.
Catch more flies with honey.
We know
what is
it?
The sugar and something like that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's all in your post. Like, I will admit on my post, I got a little hook real quick because he took me there. Like, I was trying to be cool until I got called a coon, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't know. I've never been called that in my entire life, so it kind of threw me for a loop.
Right. As it should.
Like, what? Did he just call me a coon? I don't know if I was prepared for that. You know, so I got a little ghetto and offered him out, you know. He didn't show up. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Like, I knew what was happening. Like, knowing him, that was not going to happen, so, you know.
He said, is that a vague threat?
It's not. I said, no. I mean, it's like, this what bothered me, like, and I'm going to be real honest. What bothered me about this particular person and their comments is because I've known him since he was 15 or 14. He's now 30-something. I've known you for that long. I've done a lot for you. And when I didn't have stuff for myself, I assisted when you need. Like, I was a true friend to this person. And for you to just talk to me that type of way, and then, I'm trying to not be that firecracker that when you piss me off, I'm going to go ham. I'm trying not to be that person anymore. And he was because he knew me, he was pressing all the buttons that he could press. And my alarm was like, bitch, punch him in the face. Punch him in the face. Go to the house, punch him in the face. And it took everything. Like, I kid you not. I wasn't even mad. I was so flabbergasted and so shocked at how he came at me. It was like I could be real grimy and I could be real petty and put your whole life on Front Street is on Facebook because I know you. Like, that's going to because I know too much about you to do that. But at the same token, I'm not going to let you take me, because I already knew he wanted to provoke me and take me out because he said, and I quote, black people can't take constructive criticism without getting hostile or violent. So, like, you was trying to provoke me, and like, you basically wanted me to go there with you, and like, because it's something to that me going to your house and having a conversation to your face, and it wouldn't have been a verbal conversation. But, you know what I'm saying? But he almost took me out. I'm proud of myself because I wanted to really.
You know, it's another part of the discussion that need to be talked about too that we really didn't touch on.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned it, but you ain't going too deep on how he was coming with it. You know,
yeah.
I guess the brother started college.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know, and like he started off his statement. Like, since I'm college educated and, you know, I study this, he was so condescending. You feel me? Like, I the way he started off, I thought he had a degree already.
No,
you know, I'm thinking, like Willie, if you read it, you would think he had a master's degree of how he was talking.
First of all,
and then later on, in the message, he was like, I've been there, you know, 2 years and a day. I'm like, what?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
You know, like I didn't want to comment on the post because it was pissing me off reading it. And I know, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, and for those of you out there, like, and Sonny mentioned it early, like, just because you have a degree, you know, I respect that. Don't get it twisted. You know, I'm a college dropout at the end of the day. So, you feel me? So I respect your grind. You know, I respect what it took for you to go get that degree. No doubt about it. Salute. But do not think at any point you're more intelligent than somebody. You may be more informed.
He's misinformed.
I'm just saying, like, you may be more informed on a particular topic. You know, you may have studied a particular subject more than somebody else, but that doesn't make you more intelligent. Because if that same person decides to lock in and focus on that same topic or subject, whatever you're studying, they can do it better than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that piece of paper does not gauge your intelligence level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just shows the work you put in to go get it. You feel me? That's two different things.
Yeah, there's another saying I'm about to butcher. Right? There's another saying I'm about to butcher right quick, is that something about your education was like the worst thing that I ever did for my knowledge, or my biggest hindrance for knowledge.
Exactly.
So, you know, education is not the end all be all.
Yeah, but see, here's my petty real quick. First of all, you just started college. You live in your mom and dad's house. You don't have no bills, so like you don't even have a job. Like, don't, like, first of all, I'm not like I went to college. I did that. I didn't graduate, but I got me a job and I learned every day on my job, and I take classes through my job with certain things that I do with my job. So I can't sit here and say that I'm better than him because I learned certain things. I would never say that, but I'm like, you can't. It was just so much to, like I said, this cat, I know him. So you can't, like, for him to come at me like that, like I said, he knew exactly what he was doing and how he did it. Because he knew I would only go but so far on Facebook. That's why he did it. And he wanted that audience. He's always like that. He's the same person that will say out his mouth, I won't date black females because they ghetto and blah, blah, blah. But you dating white girls that live in the ghetto and are in our ghetto just like black women. So I need you to understand that if those relationships didn't work out because they were ghetto and you dated white females, then they need to try some black females that's not ghetto. Or maybe it's something that you're doing, that you're finding these people that's just not right.
Yeah.
Like, you can't blame a whole race because you keep picking the bad apples. That's not everybody. That's the people you picking.
Yeah.
But then he had like 1,000 tattoos.
Yes. Hold on. Who his tattoos? Hold on, he got those tattoos to look hard.
Yeah, but you judging somebody
like you got them because you scared. Like I walked your grown ass to a bus stop because you was scared to stand on the corner and stop and help me. Saw some you carrying a 38. You don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Don't do. And I'm trying because he pissed me off to at this point, if he ever was homeless again. You can't, you taking showers in my house and you're not your car. You slept on my couch and you ain't had nowhere to go. How dare you come at me like that? I'm so uneducated. I'm so this, that, and the third. I'm such a coon. But this coon had you sleeping on our couch, not paying no rent, not paying nothing because you ain't had nowhere to go. When your family didn't let you stay where you at. I let you park your car in my thing while you was homeless and take showers in my house. Don't come for me, dude. Don't do that. That's wrong. You can't be homeless talking shit. No.
Yeah.
I pay real bills.
Like I say, it's about him not dealing with his own issues.
Because he's still trying to find himself.
Yeah, and you know what? People see vulnerability as a weakness, but I see it as a strength. Because if you could just say to somebody and be honest and say, you know what, I'm not in a good place right now, I'm hurting, whatever you need to say, then attack somebody that's trying to be there for you. And people don't know how to receive love because they didn't get it the way they needed it at whatever point in their life. And when you try to show them love, they don't know how to accept it, so they accept it in anger. And he sounds like he needs a hug.
He needs a hug. I'm gonna give him a hug. My size 5.5, but just shut up. It's not about me. It's not about me. But I just want to close out this show on a positive note because I can't be petty. This is a positive show. I think that we covered. Shut up, Clint. What we covered was important. I'm glad that we talked about it. I brought my sister on specifically not because she's my sister, but because she is a natural woman. She wears her hair naturally, and I love it. I love however style she do it. I tell her if it look a little crazy, she needs to spruce it up a little bit. I say it because I love her. I'm not saying it just the confidence. I always tell her she's pretty. I don't want any of my sisters to feel like I feel like I'm better than them. We all pretty in our own right. My mom got some beautiful ass daughters, and we all just sexy as hell. We got all different shapes and sizes and colors. That's how I feel about all black women. I feel like everybody's huh? I feel like all black women are beautiful. We should be confident regardless of what we wear, how our hair is, this, that, and the third. We should be building each other up and not tearing each other down. I think our black men should build us up as well and not tear us down. Constructive criticism is good, but it's your delivery that makes it better.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. I don't want to. I'm not gonna sit and say this dude ain't shit. And if I'm with somebody and I feel like, or I know you, and I know that you trying to do something with yourself, I'm all about helping you. I think I've shown that with all my friends and my family members. If I could do something to help with what you're trying to do and it's positive, I'm in there like Squidward. I'll help out. If it's positive and it's doing something that I think is beneficial to you and our community or whatever the case may be, if I can help, I'm there. That's just the type of person I am. And I feel like we as sisters need to do that and say how these, but at the same time, you can't raise a female, you can't raise a grown-ass man. You can't have people depending on other people. You got to be your own person and love yourself. And when you depend on somebody just because you're not really together, you got to get yourself together because you got to have confidence in yourself and love yourself before you love anybody.
That's right.
We are now in the after show.
Yes. And
now we're going to talk about, because we've been distracted. Y'all. Now we got to talk about what the truth, you feel me? We got to talk about something serious, right? Willie, you still here, brother?
Yeah, I'm still with y'all.
I think he probably did, yeah.
Willie, I got a question for you. This is very important question, brother. You ready?
I'm ready.
Who you got? Chris Brown or Soulja Boy?
Oh my God, really?
Who you got? I got Chris Brown, man.
Hold up. But why you addressing it just to Willie? Like, what about us? How you know who got our own informed thoughts?
Okay.
I know. I just.
Let me answer. Let me put my answer out there because I got something to say about this. This is the one thing I didn't want to see, didn't want to hear about, and I got pulled into it anyway. So I watched the video. I did watch the video of it was like a back and forth video that was showing what happened. And I gotta say, even though I'm Team Breezy on everything else, I'm really upset with him about the way he's reacting to this whole situation because I mean, Soulja Boy, you know, he some people say he punked out, some people say he's just backtracking or he's just trying to save face. But I think basically he tried to be the bigger man and say, look, you know what, this isn't really worth talking about, really worth discussing. It's not really worth beefing about. Let's just end it. But Chris is like perpetuating it and pushing it further, and I don't understand what he's so upset about. I mean, the whole back and forth thing on people's Twitter, on people's Instagram comments and all this other stuff. I mean, he's like showing his comments to Karuchi and how he dogging her. I'm like, you was just on a song, dog, 2 songs ago, screaming her name out, and then had to give James permission to do the same thing. You was just on riding her dick. So you looking stupid. You the one that look real dumb right now, acting like she's insignificant. Oh, really? All of a sudden she insignificant? She the one chick you been chasing since Sister Rihanna days. Like, you look real dumb. So right. I think Soulja Boy winning on this one. I mean, really. I mean, he making something look more relevant than he really needs to be. That's the scary part.
What?
That's the scary part.
Hold on, but in a fight though, Soulja Boy.
What about the boxing match?
Oh,
not no
fight. Not no fight. No, I'm pretty. Like I said, I'm too breezy all the way and everything else. I'm just talking about the whole situation in general. But the reason it keeps moving along is stupid to me because I mean Chris Brown got, I don't know how much the brother worth. He got to be worth at least more than China, Black China. So he got to be worth at least 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 million. So he should not be arguing with Soulja Boy about anything. These are millionaires, right? I mean, somebody was talking about that on the radio the other day, talking about, you know, these are millionaires arguing and fighting over Instagram. You know how stupid it is to argue and fight about Instagram and use thousands of years? So millionaires really not. Right. I mean, come on, dog. They celebrities. Everybody likes pictures. Everybody. I mean, come on. It's ignorant. But yeah, in the fight, I'm sure Chris got the hands at that level. At least at that level. Maybe not him. Maybe not him in like game. But him and Soulja. Yeah, my money's on Chris.
All I'm gonna say is the argument is petty as hell, but I think Chris Brown would Mayweather the shit out of Soulja Boy. But that's the thing. Mayweather on the wrong team.
I think we all might be Team Breezy. You feel me?
It's petty as hell, but I'm Team Breezy.
Okay. Hold on. Devil's advocate, Dan. Devil's advocate. What if 50?
Oh no, you can't be. That's Clint job.
Soulja how to fight. No, what if 50 teach Soulja how to fight though? Because 50 and Soulja are friends, right? So and 50 is known to be petty about everything. So he could take Soulja Boy's side on this and train Soulja Boy a little bit. And you know, 50. I mean, I really can't say he a fighter, but he probably can throw some blows because he's a big dude. So I think he might.
Yeah. Yeah, they said 50. They said 50 used to box back in the day. 50. They said 50 was known for knocking dudes out back in the day. So you know, 50. So 50 might could show him something. You know what I mean? Well, but I do agree with you about the whole situation. I feel like Chris should have just let that man spaz out, and then looked at him like he was stupid and kept it moving.
No, but didn't Soulja Boy apologize?
Yeah, but Soulja Boy
No, but hold on.
back out a little bit.
This is why I think Soulja Boy, like, I get it, it's petty as hell, but Soulja Boy, you don't bring people kids in the situation. Just off that, you need to get knocked the hell out.
Yeah, he was wrong for that. He was wrong for that. But it was like at the end of the day, Soulja Boy showing guns in videos. This dude is in the middle of Compton. You feel me? With gang members. Almost got into it with one of them on his Instagram Live, trying to be tough. It almost the whole situation almost went totally left. Like this is one of the things, like, that's messing up the kids. And the same thing with Chris Brown. He responded with the videos, he cussing and telling what he gonna do, this, that. They screaming gangs, sex, and all this. It's like, y'all sound real simple. Like, y'all sound ridiculous. I understand this, but then I look at it like I know how to differentiate entertainment and being influenced. So I look at it as entertainment. You know what I mean? But it's kids out here being influenced by that nonsense. You feel me? Really, at the end of the day, and it's like it may be comical to us, but to some little 13-year-old girl watching this, she a huge Chris Brown fan. Some little 14-year-old boy who's a Soulja Boy fan, he's seeing Soulja Boy with the guns, with the gangs.
Hold on, how is he still relevant? What song did Soulja Boy make recently? Like, who's a fan of him at this age? I'm sorry, I'm being petty. Don't mind me.
Yeah, but he made his money, and Soulja make money outside of hip hop too. Like, he owned quite a few companies. You know what I mean? He invested his money properly.
And
yeah, so
I know he's still in the music thing too on the background. So he still does beats and he still does production. So he's got a little mini roster.
I still think he's corny.
He got money out there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like,
Soulja Boy got relevant when he was a baby. So he was just like 13 years old or 14 years old or something like that. And so he's still living off of that fame and off of that little bit of relevance that he had back then, and he's been rolling it over, and people have been allowing him to stay in the spotlight behind it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, think about it. Besides that one song, what other songs does anybody know of by Soulja Boy? Probably like one other song. I can't even think of the name of it. I kind of hear it in my head, but I mean, you gotta think he's rolling off of that. But he does have some stuff out there. Yeah, no young people listen to Soulja Boy. They don't even know who Soulja Boy is. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
if I ask my kids right now, who the best between Lil Yachty and Soulja Boy and Big Little whatever, they're gonna pick Lil Yachty. They only know him. They don't know Soulja Boy. They don't know who he is or what he does or what his impact is on music. They have no clue. They don't even realize that a Lil Yachty came from Soulja Boy. He birthed these young cats. He's the reason that they out here, but they don't realize that because he's so far removed now. So, but this stuff like this is what keeps him in that spotlight, keeps him making money, keeps him relevant.
But he going to end up like he could put himself in a position where he can get himself killed, trying to perpetuate. I don't understand why This is what I say about TV, man. It really has to have him messed up in the head to where he thinks that he's really a Compton blood now.
Who?
Soulja Boy.
Why? Okay.
Like the videos I was posting was real videos of him Instagramming live with Fruit Pie Rue. He was in Compton, California, in the hood. You feel me? As he was, the same day he was getting into it with Chris Brown. That's how that picture you see on my Facebook profile.
Mm.
That's him right before he was about to almost get into a fight with one of his fellow gang members, trying to walk up on somebody you don't know, try to hug him. Like, Soulja Boy, who said Soulja Boy ain't in the hood? Dude, like, get up off me, man. You know what I mean? Like why are you why are you there? You feel me? You just in the same video he's saying Soulja Boy ain't gotta shoot the fair. I got too many M's. You know what I mean? But so why are you there? You know what? Like it's people dying to get out.
Yeah.
You about to get killed within.
First of all, who's in the game? How old is he right now?
Like 22, 23, probably around
he got
here.
Kids?
Huh?
He got kids?
Yeah, I don't know, Alice. I don't know like that.
I'm just saying, like, who just? I think that's stupid as hell. Like, this is during the game. Like, that's shit you do. How when you was young and dumb and this and now. Like, you going in person, I'm gonna get a game over now. Like, get the fuck out of here. This you.
But listen, this is what he been doing before he was claiming gangster disciples.
Yeah, wow.
You know, and then like you from Mississippi and moved to Atlanta. Like, when do you become a Compton blood?
How?
Like that doesn't. Like,
it's like
and
he's
that's
struggling to be relevant.
He's paying them. He's paying them to protect him. He's paying them the same way like Birdman. A lot of Lil Wayne. A lot of these dudes. That's why I don't like Birdman. You feel me? That's one of the main reasons everybody always talk about. Well, he's a black entrepreneur, this, that, and the third. Like, nah, he's perpetuating. He's getting rich off people's blood, literally. Like, people are dying off of that, man. Off of that gang shit. People die. Families have been destroyed. You feel me? So you get some these dudes don't got nothing to do with that life, but make music about that life.
Yeah.
And now you want to, in turn, just because you make music, just so you can get more fans and prove your street cred, you are really willing to insert yourself into that life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, who wants to do that?
It's like they forgot about the Biggies and the Tupacs and just went a whole different direction. Like, instead of learning from that, they go into it. And like I said, I think it has something to do with him wanting to be relevant again.
Yeah. Right.
Like, he wants street cred. Because, you know, you think of Soulja Boy and you're like, okay, Soulja Boy, tell him, not Superman now. You know, that kind of thing. You don't think about Soulja Boy as some tough thug. You're like, you're right.
First of all, I wish you would go to and talk about some gang shit. Bitch, you don't got any little ass. Like, get that shit out of here. Like, really? Like, come on. It's just stupid. It's what it is.
But see, he done put himself into a position, and this is what these dudes have done now. This is why, like, that camera's the devil, man.
Yeah.
Because now you put yourself in the position, and you stating who you is, what you do, what you willing to do. Now somebody gonna try you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now you gotta live up to that. You feel me?
Right.
Now, I mean, you on camera screaming all these blood sets, throwing up gang signs. Well, you got to live up to that, young man. There's people dying out here for that.
All right. And like I said, they're millionaires.
So now
they shouldn't even be acting like this. You know, I mean, Chris Brown. I just looked it up. Chris Brown's worth almost $50 million. Soulja Boy is worth $23 million. I mean, come on, these guys they don't have a reason to be involved in stuff like that. No reason.
I don't understand it. If I got $23 million, why am I paying some blood to allow me to walk through the hood and be tough to be a part of their gang and represent their gang?
Right.
That's crazy.
Like, why are you doing that? If anything, if you want to help them, put them on. You feel me? Get them some jobs, some real jobs. Get them out the streets. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Switch that around. You know what I mean? Don't bring them to your world. Don't dive into that world.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like he hustling backwards. You hustling backwards. And then now every other day you got to put up an apology video. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
He'll put money in the pot.
Yeah, you got to put money in the pot. Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now, Soulja Boy? Are you serious?
They got a big homie that tell him to give him millions, and he's like, okay, I got to do it.
Right. Not to mention he was just bragging on Vlad TV about how he killed somebody or how he shot somebody 5 times.
Yeah, that's what I thought y'all was talking about at first, but then y'all said Chris Brown.
Yeah. I mean, like, come to find out that actually, well, the dude who claimed that Chris Brown shot him actually did a video with Vlad TV a couple of days later after that.
Who, Chris Brown shot him or Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Shot somebody 5 times. That's why they had the Soulja Boy challenge.
With that. They
that's why
pop their hands hanging from their shirt.
Yeah, everybody was telling their little crazy story about how they shot somebody coming into the house, like trying to tell the Soulja Boy story, like, you feel me? Like,
oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the Soulja Boy challenge.
I heard one today, and I'm like, what is they talking about? Like, bruh, it's not crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, oh man, it's funny, man. Joe Budden did one, like, it was crazy. Man.
Oh, I saw the Joe Budden one.
So I was walking on water. Then I had to dive under the water. I was like, oh man, they killing it, man. The story
I don't care what Soulja Boy do. He gonna be the little ass super looking kid, Superman or something. Like, I could never take him seriously. Like, if he walks up and try to rob me, I would look at him, laugh, and walk off. Like, you know what? You crazy. It's just like, get that shit out of here, boy. How much you think? Keep pushing. Like, what? That's like being scared of mini-me. Like, it's just
right.
Get that shit out of my face. That's terrible. So we got to wrap this show, y'all. We got like under 3 minutes, y'all. That's funny.
So everybody, Willie, you want to get your shout outs?
All right. Well, this is Willie Styles. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you letting me get on the show, and great topic as usual. Everybody can catch me at Willie Styles. That's Styles with a Z, STYLEZ. At Willie Styles on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Willie.Styles on Snapchat. Catch me at WillieStyles.info for all my blog information at Willie Styles. Thanks.
Nice.
Well, hi guys, it's Nye. I'm at Koi Magazine. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. My website is www.koimag.net. And check me out. It's a women's personal development blog, so let me know what you think. And thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. That's my sissy.
Y'all know where y'all can catch me at. Y'all can catch me on my blog at kingstruth.com. Catch me on Twitter at eTrentonGrooming. Catch me on Snapchat at the King's Truth as well. I'm everywhere. Hit me. Oh, shout out to J. Rowe. He couldn't make it tonight. Y'all know how to hit him up. That's J. Rowe 609. He's social. He's everywhere.
Yes, and y'all know I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. My blog, unreservedlyme.wordpress.com. Thank you guys for listening to tonight's show. Check out our website, gstradioshow.com, and thank you for listening. Bye.
Catch y'all on 7D.
Peace.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group, just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more. Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.